everybody! Welcome to a not Sunday Funday. We're gonna explain real quick. We were gonna actually try and go see Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I was thinking that was gonna be sort of like whenever last year my brother and me went to go see Blazing Saddles. Even though I've already seen Blazing Saddles, I've also already seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Pretty much just a cheat because there's nothing coming out.
Yeah, like the only thing that's really coming out that's widespread that was in the theater that's near us, or one of the few theaters that are near us, was Hispanic language film. As you can see, I barely speak English good. So, yeah, I wasn't going to go see a movie about a dude who's upset because he learns his friend is gay. Which not only does that seem like not a particularly interesting plot for a film made in 2017.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a particularly interesting plot for a film made in 1990s. At least then it probably would have fit.
Well, I think it's more geared towards, the Mexican culture, since they're still very...
Catholic.
Well, that too, and also very,
religious.
That too. But also, like, there's that, machismo culture of, what it means to be a man. What it means to be a real man.
Well, some of them just need to figure out how good they can take a dick. So, like I said, we were going to cheat with Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but not only were showings kind of sparse for it, not only that, but the tickets were insanely high. And I was like, no.
Like, no, thanks.
Yeah, so instead, that movie that I kept telling Megan I was going to go see her, as you can see, this is
I'm going to go see her.
I was going to take you to go see.
There you go.
But, as you can see, instead of it being a sort of Sunday Funday Redux on Split. Why I'm in the main part of the shot, to me, I don't know, but Megan didn't want to be at this spot. So, now you can actually learn how Megan thought of Split, because literally we finished it 5-10 minutes ago, if that long ago.
Really need
12, 13.
I was saying, we really need to move those damn boxes.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah. Like I was telling Charlie afterwards, wow. Just, wow.
And gives it a wow.
A
unique measure.
It was good. It just like, wow, okay. I'm still processing. I will say James McAvoy was awesome in this. Not just as, because of course it's about a guy with all these multiple personalities. Like, he's good not just portraying all these personalities, but the fact that he can like switch so quickly between them, so that they're like actually having a conversation with each other.
Well, more importantly than just switching between them, he switches between them in a way that seems realistic.
And it's subtle, but it's noticeable at the same time.
It's very much Christopher Reeve's Superman to Clark Kent. Like, if y'all ever watched
Superman the movie, where he takes his glasses off and
he'll actually like stand at his full height and goes, holy shit, he's a tall bastard.
Yeah, it's like full and imposing height, and then like back the glasses go.
Yeah, you realize how
chickens down.
You realize how hunched he is in a lot of the films, and you realize how much there is a lot more character he poured into Clark Kent than there really is.
Yeah, you don't really realize that until that scene.
And you're like, oh.
It just seems like his regular posture. Like, hi, Miss Lane.
Yeah. But, so, you talked about James McAvoy. What about the other actresses? Because actually, there's only like one other male actor in this film, and that's M. Night Shyamalan. We don't count him.
Jay the Hooters lover.
Yeah.
That's his role.
But what about the other actors or actresses? What did you think about how they did with what they were given?
I think they did alright. Especially that one teenage girl. What was her name? The character.
There's three.
The main one, Casey. I would say it's like, stars was he like Claire or Casey? He's like, Claire was one of them.
Hey, at least she didn't hide her baby and kill it. Casey Anthony joke. Sorry. I know people. I'm about 5 years behind times, but it's best I can come up with a Casey Anthony joke.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't hide her baby. She killed it.
She did hide it, too. I mean, she tried to hide it.
And waited 3 days to report her baby missing.
Oh, well. Here and gone already, unfortunately. It's the past.
As they talk about more current events, like this movie.
Well, current because it came out in January. So, what about Casey?
I thought she was good. I mean, she wasn't as awesome as Jane McAvoy, but it's kind of hard to talk his performance.
Also, she's meant to be a much more subtle of a character. She's not meant to be, you know, as...
Yeah, her just like kind of being... Oh, not proactive. What's the opposite of that? Being...
Meek and mousy?
Not really... Not really mousy.
Meek.
But just kind of passive. That's the word I'm looking for. Just being passive, trying to collect all this information until it's the right time to try and figure out how to escape. Because, you know, she and these other girls get kidnapped because they get killed.
If y'all are surprised by this, y'all have not watched the trailer, nor have you watched my review, nor have you somehow you have missed this movie in the nearly 8 months it's been out. Which is weird and confounding to me. So.
Well, I missed it.
Well, I'm talking about if they don't know anything about the fact that these girls got kidnapped. I mean, it literally happens in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Yeah, the movie's all about Jane McAvoy kidnaps these girls, and they quickly realize that he has multiple personalities.
He gave me head big. He has red socks.
But he also has blue socks.
I also have blue socks.
That's almost kind of scary. How well you can do that.
Yeah, I can sometimes do voices. Just depends upon my mood. And how wet my throat is. There's a soundbite for everybody. So, you know, you've touched upon that. What about the overall story? The progression of events.
It's like, I am still trying to process. But I thought it was interesting. It was like almost supernatural-like. Not the show. But it was very, it seemed to have like a supernatural element to it. And yet is like almost entirely hinges upon psychology and what the human mind is capable of.
Well, even one thing the doctor said early on, she spoke about the fact it's like, what if what we define as supernatural is simply what these people think of as normal? Or how they perceive things, or how they do things, really. It's a interesting little thing. Like, watching this again, I see a lot more of the different stuff. I'm going to step on you a little here. Or actually more just take the spotlight from you so that way it can be on my ugly face. But yeah, there's a lot more foreshadowing in certain ways, especially on how the film needs to be seen. It's part of the reason why I couldn't stand the people who got mad this angry because or angry at this movie. There we go. Let me put it into forms of sentences that make sense.
Use English.
I like to butcher it. But it's interesting to watch more of this foreshadowing. By watching it again, you see, oh, okay, there's a lot more little hints dropped here and there. That they are very subtle. Like, watching it again, I'm like, okay, I see why I might have missed that. Because you have to watch it a couple times, which is actually kind of clever thing to do in a film. Much like with Sixth Sense, that was a movie that really hinged upon you watching again. I think Unbreakable also accomplished that to its own extent, though Unbreakable was still a far different film. Just to talk about M. Night Shyamalan movies. Though I haven't seen The Visit, I've been wanting to see that for a while. Still keep missing it. But yeah, I like that there's a lot more foreshadowing than I even realized. I was like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty damn good there. I'll give you some little fist bump there, Em. I don't know what his actual name is. His first name might just be Mike. Mike Night Shyamalan. Call me MNS. Your new superhero to save the day with panning cameras. That's all I'm here for, folks. The weird jokes.
See what I gotta put up with.
Yeah, the foreshadowing in this film is actually pretty damn good. And it's all those who watched it the first time or are not sure about. Oh, is it really as good as I think it is? Watch it again, you'll realize it's just as good, if not even better. This is a film I'm glad I now own on Blu-ray. I'll probably watch it again and again and again and again and just enjoy the shit out of it. But one thing I was going to touch on that, I'm sorry, I'm still stealing the light a bit. There was a sect of people, I will call them that way, it's a odd turn of a phrase, but I don't care, that really kind of gave this movie shit because it's not true to real life. It's like, the movie really doesn't try to be. No offense, especially with what you learn at the end of this film. This movie's not trying to be real. Not real in the sense of what we see as real. It exists in its own universe. Mm-hmm. Perfectly fine. I am fine with a movie not...
Well, not technically its own universe, but...
Yeah, what I mean is...
We'll be getting into spoilers at that point.
It's in its own movie universe. It doesn't exist within our realm.
Yeah.
Such as like A Love Actually or P.S. I Love You or any films like that. I don't know why I pulled up, a bunch of rom-coms, but hey. It's meant to be a film that doesn't exist in how we perceive how reality is. It sets its own rules. Which is fine, and that's the reason why people need to understand, it's like, it's a movie. It's like, are these the people who sit there and watch Godzilla films? Ugh. Lizards would totally not do that if you hit them with atomic weaponry. Oh. It's like, seriously, these are the people who just get the most anal retentive and so worrying about these stupid small details that this is M. Night Shyamalan kind of talking about his own viewpoint upon the idea of how multiple personalities interact. And in fact, that is an interesting idea that is not founded anywhere in science. Multiple personalities interacted with each other. Because they shouldn't be able to. And that's what the whole movie's based upon. To sit there and say, it's like, it shouldn't do this just because that's not how science works. Like,
well, of course, granted, I'm not sure I've ever heard this happening in real life, but it's like there are instances, or at least fictional instances, where like the personalities kind of like merge into each other, or kind of like one will disappear altogether. And taking that same principle, theoretically, them being able to talk with each other and even be aware of each other, it's possible, theoretically.
yeah, and in fact, also, that's the one thing. The movie actually even plays with the fact of, like, at the very beginning, they even say, it's like, oh, will people finally believe we are real? It's supposed to be James McAvoy. I was about to call him Larry McAvoy for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know where Larry came from. But he's supposed to be playing this personality. His name is Barry.
Maybe that's where it came from.
Yeah, I don't know where the L still came from, though.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be this character named, or this personality named Barry, and he's asking, like, will people believe that we are real? That, to me, almost is a interesting little symbolism there. I think M. Night Shyamalan kind of stuck in here, just kind of fuck with critics a little. Especially the ones who are like, oh, that would never happen in real life. No. And it's just his way of saying, it's like, hey, are you really going to sit there and try and debate this? Like, I have pseudoscience at best just trying to hold this together. But this is meant to be a fictional tale. This isn't meant to be fucking Dunkirk, where it's like, hey, we're just going to ignore science or ignore history. We're going to ignore how things truly happened or anything like that. Let's not talk about Dunkirk, because that hurts my head. But, yeah, that's the reason why my rail against people who are like, oh, this is not true to science. It's not trying to be. I don't get that. It's like, why?
I mean, to me it seems almost theoretical.
Yeah, it's pseudoscience.
Yeah, just saying it's like, okay, who's to say that this can't possibly actually happen? It's not been proven yet, but doesn't mean it couldn't.
It's not as bad as, say, like, a Lucy. Where Lucy... We have complete concrete science that proves Luc Besson doesn't have a single idea of what he's talking about when it comes to how the human brain works. Not only that, but the brain does not control hair color. The brain does not control how you can interact with the world.
I think with the hair color thing, I think that's just,
Luc Besson sniffed a massive line of cocaine, and suddenly he's like,
possibly that
hair turn colors.
Possibly that too. But I think he was trying to say that, you know, we can evolve, that we can change our genes enough to actually change certain physical characteristics that's encoded in our DNA.
Though again, that has nothing to do with your brain.
Yeah, but...
See, that would have been...
I think that's what he was going for, though, I think.
See, that would have been an interesting thing in Lucy if instead of it having anything to do with brains, you know, dealing with the mind, unlocking 100% of the brain, which is more proof Luc Besson has not opened a book in like 13 years.
I would say we already do use 100% of our brain, just like 10% at a time.
Well, not even 10% at a time. It just depends upon what exactly we're using it for. Because, in fact, certain people, especially people who have OCD, if I'm not mistaken, they will use so much of their brain. It's part of the reason why it's hard for them to concentrate. They seem to have ADD, actually, because they're concentrating on all these little things. It's part of the reason why ADD people actually use, obviously, well more than 10% of their brain at a time, because, like, we're thinking about 13,000 different things. Like, it's the reason why, if anybody watches me while I'm doing stuff, except even at work, it looks like a madhouse. And it's like, I tell people, it's like, let me alone until I'm out of my zone. Because I will be watching something on television, typing something out, working on something, and listening to something in a headphone. And another person can still be talking to me. I am paying attention to all that is around me. How, I don't know. And my brain is all taking it in. It understands it all. It just, it's like a... Best way to think about it is a hairball coming out of a cat and it's going into my brain. But to talk about Lucy, since... we'll just admit, Split's awesome. I still love Split. In fact, I think I love it even more than I did when I first watched it. And I really loved it. But with Lucy, it would have helped if Luc Besson did one thing. He said that it affected the genes. If it changed our DNA, it forced evolution. That would have made so much more sense. It would have opened the doors to allow pseudoscience to truly be there, and also allowed the whole Lucy thing, the fact that, you know, Lucy's supposedly the first ever human, or our closest ancestor and everything, it would have made so much more sense then, and would have explained away all these problems that instead he dug up. Like, I would have been willing to put aside a lot more for that film and put up with it if it just said, hey, this is a thing that we think it's actually unlocking the human potential. Totally makes sense now, doesn't it? Like, I rewrote Lucy with changing one thing. And that's the problem, because, well, Lucy still would have problems, because it's still a drastically dull flick, strangely enough. I'm like...
ending really made no sense. I think in one video I tried to make sense of it, but I don't even remember what the hell I said.
I think your brain was starting to smoke afterwards, because I think back of my head was just going too. Brain's like, nope, done, blown the hole out. But to talk about Split.
Yeah.
What about your feelings, though, like I said, on the plot? Because I know one of my original critiques was that the movie is a slow burn.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah, it feels very much like your typical, you know, these young girls are abducted by a serial killer who turns out is nuts. Which kind of is all serial killers.
Yeah. They are like the people on Criminal Minds are just like slightly weird people. Criminal Minds real just paint serial killers in a good way. It's like usually they're kind of really, really, really fucked up.
Anyway. Yeah, it seems like your typical... These girls about to be killed by this serial killer who just happens to have multiple personalities. But no, there is more to it. And like, it was like slowly like peeling away the layers.
I think that's the reason why some M. Night Shyamalan movies don't work. Shyamalan Ding Dong. Why some of his movies just don't work. Poor guy. His name is so close to that, so everybody makes that joke. I'm not the first. I'm not going to be the last, unfortunately. Even though he's proven himself to be a very uneven director so far. Like, you haven't had to suffer through The Last Airbender. I'm not even a fan of the show, and I felt offended. I thought it was a piece of shit. I've never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've heard it's really good. If anybody wants to loan me, like, Season 1, or actually technically Book 1, you know, the Water series, I'd be more than happy to watch it. You know, it might take me a little bit, because, you know, I work, unless y'all decide to suddenly make this where it's getting like 30,000 views a video. Not saying y'all have to. That would be nice, but no.
They're like, see, bitches.
Yeah, if y'all did that, it's like I would tell Amazon they can kiss the whiter parts of my ass. And, you know, I would do more of these. I would love to do more videos of this, but, you know. Yeah, I would actually like to watch Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's why he does so many of these. He wants to make a living at these.
Well, that, and also I like talking with y'all. Y'all are fun. Y'all don't talk to back so much. No, actually, if y'all gave more comments stuff, I just would be like, hey, yeah, you have to put up with me commenting on this stupid thing. That stupid thing. Yeah, you haven't had to watch The Last Airbender. Like I said, terrible, terrible flick. Like, even if it had nothing to do with the show, it's shitty film.
I've heard so is The Village.
Village is such a terrible movie, all because of
the ending.
The fucking like final act, I would say. Not just the ending, but the actual like last 15-20 minutes that reveals so much, and it makes so many more holes than it needs to. Like, literally, it could have been something much better. And in fact, I think we've talked about how to rework the ending of The Village and make it a lot more interesting, and also prey a little bit more on the supernatural element. Signs is a troubled film. It was the beginning of M. Night Shyamalan really falling in love with his own style.
Yeah.
And because of that, too many characters, I don't see, would talk with these hushed tones. Like it's, everything has weight. And it was a problem whenever you had all the kids talking that way, and it was, it started to have a lot of issues. Not only that, but where you described with Splits, you know, it's layers and layers, but there's a lot to it. There's a lot of good layers. This is
just when you finally think that's done peeling, that's there. Nope, more peeling.
But in a good way. It's a rewarding peel. It's not like an onion. Where you're like, oh god, it hurts so much. Oh god, can I... Oh!
Yeah, it doesn't go for the obvious ending.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a lot of points where it could have just... not really ended. But it could have gone for the more obvious ending.
Could have went the obvious route, but instead it went a lot less obvious.
Yeah, and it kept going and just kind of blew your mind and just kind of blew your expectations.
Yeah, very much so. But, yeah, M. Night really quit doing that, and I'm glad he's fallen back into that. I've heard The Visit does that quite a bit, and like I said, I've wanted to see The Visit. People have been saying a lot of good things about it. Of course, After Earth is one of those that people say it's like, M. Night Shyamalan, his name is technically on it, but he didn't have as much control over it. Because Mr. Deadshot had a lot of control over it, supposedly. Considering he's the one who cast his fucking son in the lead role. That ain't nepotism, I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I still love this movie. And tell him to suck its dick a bit more. Come up when I have white stuff all over my mouth.
What am I gonna do with you?
Love me to the day you die.
Nah. Yeah.
That's me. So, what more you want to say about Split? Because you don't seem very split on it.
Again, what am I gonna do with you? He just laughs.
So what do you... Is there more you want to add to about talking about Split? This is a movie I still don't want to spoil because I still want people to just go see it. I keep saying, go see it, go see it, go see it. Yeah, so, go see it.
Yeah, I will say, it's like, I did like the psychological element and how, like, I kind of did see some things coming, but it's only because, I'm trying to put this, it's only because, like, it would make sense from a psychological standpoint.
It makes sense thematically as well.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like, oh, that's predictable, I saw that coming 1,000 miles away. It's like, it's like, oh, I think I know where this is going. Yeah, oh my god, alright, awesome. It's like, kind of like that.
It's a rewarding guess.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like, oh...
Yeah, my personality type, we love being right. We didn't believe we were right most of the time.
It's not like with Wish Upon where I could see, oh, well, that's going to happen to this person. They're going to die this way. This person's going to die. Whoopee shit.
Whereas, like, it leaves nothing to the imagination.
Mm-hmm. Sad.
I'm guessing. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It sounds like your typical horror film.
It's Final Destination 6 without calling itself that. With wishes, in all essence.
I would make a joke or a pun, but I can't think of anything clever enough, so moving on.
It's your final wish. Or do you finally wish upon that destination? Puns, I got them.
Quite missed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
So, like I said, more you want to add?
Just that I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of like processing. It's like, wow. It's like kind of like the more I think about it, the more it's like, the more I like it, pretty much.
That's a good thing. If it's a movie that keeps making you think well after you've watched it, I consider it always a pleasurable time.
Especially more I consider like some of the psychological elements. It's like, I don't know, I'm just a fan of psychology and like just studying how the human mind works and how we humans behave, why we do what we do, etc., etc.
Etc.
Like that.
We trying to give me trouble, etc.
As a kid, I don't think you know what that means.
That's kind of the interesting little things, like how Hedwig deals with things is he uses words and does things that he tries to act like an adult, but he obviously it's not. He's not there.
Like with the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
You may be pregnant now.
Maybe putting them.
Yeah, but just mean like most of the personalities have like a New York accent, even the kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay.
Well, they're supposed to have, an upper, upper Yankee accent. I guess that's how I'll describe it.
New York.
Sorry, I'm from Texas, so, Actually, that was less New Yorker, New Yorker, and more Chicago. I heard a lot of Chicago in there. Yeah, that one's going to be like that. It's very...
All I know weird hearing James McAvoy speaking with an American accent is...
Even though he's done it in, Wanted, well, technically, you still heard Scottish come in every now and then. That is the funny thing. Hearing James McAvoy speak his natural Scottish accent, he is fucking you cannot understand a single word he says. You're like, what is he saying? It's like watching him in The Last King of Scotland, which is a fantastic movie, but damn it. Yeah, send a pave. Oh, but yeah, Last King of Scotland is, if anybody wants a recommendation of a really, really damn good, but really tough to watch movie, there you go. You're going to be going, ooh, a whole lot. but still, it's fantastic. And also, you get to hear James McAvoy barely be able to understand anything he's saying. Like, I think that's English.
That's why subtitles were invented.
Yeah, you need subtitles. It's bad that Forrest Whitaker playing a Ugandan dictator is a lot more understandable speaking, what the
Scotsman.
Yeah, than the Scotsman who you're like, okay, that guy is supposed to be speaking English. This guy's supposed to be speaking with Ugandan accent, and he's actually pretty damn close, I will say that much. And why can't I understand that guy?
It's like we have more trouble understanding the European dude than we do the African dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
though technically Forrest Whitaker is actually American, but hey.
well, the character is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm talking about the characters, the European character and the African character.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
They're
where
actual.
where the actors are actually from. I don't give a shit.
The one is that the other one actually is European.
Yeah, actually Scottish.
Yeah, actually Scottish. Yeah. Yeah, never tried to listen to James McAvoy speaking in his natural accent. Not a good thing. It's like you're just gonna go up.
Yeah, I'm so used to hearing him with like a with a English accent, I should say, because Scottish is technically British.
I think you're more used to his very over proper pronunciations he does with X-Men.
Yes.
It's not truly
I would say I'm
British, but it's
I'm more
very...
used to him as Professor Xavier.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm trying to think of other movies I've seen him in, obviously. He's been in a lot. Or James McAvoy in Becoming Jane, you can hear a bit of that Scottish come through every now and then. Like, he's talking about going for a walk. He says, something to R. He's like, oh, cool. Oh, it's really Scottish. On a Grand Blair. He's like, where are these R's coming from? There's no R's in any of that sentence except for air, and you gave it 4 extra ones.
Arr!
I think the first pirates were actually Scottish people. They're just, arr! Actually, all just talking to each other. Like a broker.
Oh, that brings me to a joke I'll tell you later.
What did the pirate baby say whenever he came out?
No, not that.
Wah. It's so stupid. I made it up. So, just,
Final score.
yeah, your final score. What is your final score?
I think I'd have to give it. I don't know. It's like I want to give it a 10, but at the same time, I was like, okay, is it really that awesome that it's like it deserves a 10? Maybe it's like maybe just a 9.
You determine how much you want to suck this movie's dick. Do you want it balls on your chin, splooge going straight down your throat, or?
I would say something. Like, nope, not gonna go there. Not gonna go there.
So. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 10.
Cute.
The more I'm thinking about it.
It's okay to give a movie a 10 and say you really liked it. It's not like you had to be like, 0 out of 10 stars.
I mean,
totally not true. Lions don't look that way.
I mean, it was a pretty good movie. I think The Accountant is even better.
That's kind of comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah.
You're talking about one which is actually more of a, action thriller and meant to, play upon the psychology of just how a certain character is, but still
Got
very
Batman and the
grounded.
Punisher.
Yeah. Batman and Punisher going at it.
Yeah.
And another one is more about, psychological.
Yeah, it's more a psychological thriller.
Mm-hmm. It's like apples and oranges. The only thing they have in common is thrillerness.
Well, I'm just saying, I will say that Split is a very good movie, although, I will say that I did enjoy Accountant a bit more, although they're both...
Even though Megan's never given an actual review of The Accountant.
I think I have. Didn't we do the... I've never seen?
Never did one for for the accountant. I need to, but I mean, you never did.
Fucking awesome, that movie.
Well, there's Megan's The Accountant review real quick.
Give it a 10. Ben Affleck, awesome. I think best performance of like anything I've ever seen him in, which granted is very limited, but
to be fair, he actually isn't that bad of an actor. Not as much shit as people give him.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying it's like I have very little to compare it to.
Yeah, you got Batman v Superman.
Yeah, and Good Will Hunting.
And Daredevil.
Oh yeah, it's like I should know that I have that movie.
A movie that I will admit is like it's not the greatest film in the world. People give it way too much shit. I'm like, it's the worst movie ever? No, I've seen a lot worse. Trust me, Batman v Superman.
Although acting wise, he did a good job in that with what he was given, what shit he was given. I was like, I will say that.
Still wasn't Batman. Everybody says that was not Batman I was watching on screen.
Up for swing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a retired Batman. Who's like trying to.
Batman doesn't quit. It's not how Batman does.
That's a debate for another day.
At best, all he does, he then gets a young guy named Terry to help take care of it for him with a Batman Iron Man suit. Sorry, my personal opinions.
That's a debate for a whole other day.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's Megan's review of Split, and me also still filleting this movie. I think I even tossed it salad for a little bit, you know. Hey, at least it seemed to like it. So yeah, we might have another one soon of this. Maybe Megan might want to go more into her feelings about the accountant. It depends upon Megan's feelings exactly upon things.
Takes her mood.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
And if we got time, possibly.
Yeah. So, we'll see how it all pans out and everything. So, until then, we'll see you all later with the next Sunday Funday Redux I have never seen. I don't know what I will call this. Probably Sunday Funday Redux. At least it came out this year.
I would say more like I have never seen, but...
I have never seen a Sunday Funday Redux. Charlie's being weird right now.
Being?
So I'll just go ahead and say bye-bye, everybody.